Hey, I'm going to tell you something that will completely shock you. My name is Jessica, and for years I tried everything to lose weight and burn belly fat. Crazy diets, grueling workouts, expensive supplements, and nothing worked. But everything changed when I discovered a secret the weight loss industry doesn't want you to know. You know that feeling when you look in the mirror and no longer recognize your own body? Avoiding photos, hiding your belly with baggy clothes, and feeling embarrassed at the beach? Well, I experienced it every day. And the worst part, I thought it was my fault, that I didn't have enough willpower. But the truth is, there's a mistake most women make when trying to lose weight. And this mistake not only prevents weight loss, but actually causes you to gain more belly fat. I spent a fortune on treatments and products that promised miracles, but in reality only left me more frustrated. Did you know that there's an organ in your body that, when it's not functioning properly, can make you gain several pounds in just a few weeks, even when dieting? And that this same organ, when properly optimized, can burn belly fat much faster than any exercise? I found this out the hard way. After years of suffering, trying diet after diet, blaming myself for not having enough discipline. And here's the shocking part. This organ is responsible for hundreds of functions in your body, but no one talks about how it directly affects your weight. But here's the truth no one tells you. Every day you go without solving this problem, the harder it becomes to reverse the damage. Because this organ becomes increasingly overworked, and when that happens, your metabolism practically stops. That's exactly what happened to me. And if I hadn't discovered this solution when I did, I would probably be much heavier today. And you know what's even more terrifying? Most women who suffer from this don't even realize that the problem isn't a lack of willpower, genetics, or age. The problem is something much simpler that can be fixed. But if you keep ignoring it, if you keep trying to lose weight the wrong way, you'll spend the next few years of your life frustrated, blaming yourself, and watching your body get worse and worse. I vividly remember the day I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself. I had gained so much weight in just a few months. My belly was huge, my clothes no longer fit, and I felt completely lost. I cried that day because I felt like I had lost complete control over my own body. And the worst part, I was doing everything right according to the experts. Low-carb diet, workouts several times a week, expensive supplements, but nothing worked. That's when I realized I was making such a simple, basic mistake that when I understood it, I was angry at myself for wasting so much time suffering. And you know what's even more disgusting? Every expert I consulted knew this, but none of them told me the real truth. Because it's much more profitable to keep you buying products that do not work than to teach you the definitive solution. Do you know what my biggest frustration was? It was seeing other women achieve incredible results while I continued to struggle. It was feeling like my body was betraying me, that no matter how hard I tried, nothing would change. If you're tired of trying diet after diet without results and want to discover the secret that finally helped me burn belly fat quickly and permanently, stay with me until the end of this video. I'll reveal exactly what I discovered and how you can apply it to your life today. Oh, and before we continue, if you're also struggling to lose weight and want to finally find a solution that actually works, like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and comment below. I want the secret. Let's join you on this transformation journey. Now tell me, have you ever felt frustrated trying to lose weight without success? Have you ever spent money on products that promised miracles and didn't work? Then you need to hear what I'm about to reveal. So, what's this mysterious organ that was sabotaging my weight loss? It's the liver. Yes, you heard that right. Your liver is literally the key to burning belly fat, and I had no idea. Let me explain what happened to me and why it might be happening to you too. For years, I followed every fad diet, cutting carbs, intermittent fasting, and taking thermogenics. But my weight just kept creeping up. And do you know why? Because my liver was completely overloaded and intoxicated. Here's the truth. No nutritionist told me. When your liver is overloaded, it can't process fat properly. In fact, it starts storing fat instead of burning it. It's like driving a car with the handbrake on. No matter how hard you accelerate, you won't move. The thing is, we live in a world full of toxins. Processed foods, pesticides, air pollution, cleaning chemicals, cosmetics. All of this goes straight to your liver. And when it gets overwhelmed trying to filter out all these toxins, it simply can't do its main job: burning fat. I discovered this when I finally consulted a functional medicine specialist, not one of those conventional nutritionists who only talks about calories. He explained that my liver was only functioning at 30% of its capacity. Just imagine, 70% of my fat-burning potential was blocked by accumulated toxins. And here's the most outrageous thing. All the symptoms were right in front of me, but no one ever connected the dots. I was constantly tired, especially after meals. My digestion was terrible, and I was constantly bloated. My skin was dull and covered in pimples. I'd wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. And of course, there was the stubborn belly fat that just wouldn't go away. You know what's worse? The more restrictive diets I did, the more I overloaded my liver. Because when you drastically cut calories, your body goes into survival mode, and your liver starts storing everything as fat, especially in the abdominal region. That's when I realized why I'd gained 18 pounds in just 4 months, even though I'd been religiously following a 1-200 calorie diet. My liver was so toxic that it was turning even a salad into belly fat. It sounds crazy, but that's exactly what happens when this vital organ isn't functioning properly. And the most frustrating thing? I spent over $15,000 on nutritionists, endocrinologists, personal trainers, and imported supplements. And none of them talked to me about liver health. They all focused solely on calories, macros, and exercise, but completely ignored the root of the problem. Here's the scientific truth that changed my life. Your liver handles over 500 different functions in your body, including metabolizing fats. When it's intoxicated, these functions are compromised, and your metabolism slows dramatically. That's why you can be doing everything right and still not lose weight. The moment it all clicked for me was when this specialist showed me my blood tests. My liver enzymes were abnormal, my inflammation levels were sky high, and my metabolism was functioning like that of someone 20 years older. At that moment, I understood. It wasn't a lack of discipline. It was my liver crying out for help. And you know what was the final straw? When I discovered that this information isn't new. Scientific studies have proven the link between liver health and weight loss for decades. But the weight loss industry prefers to sell you expensive products that only treat the symptoms, never the root cause. Now answer me this. Do you also feel tired after meals? Are you constantly bloated? Do you have trouble losing weight even when dieting? Then your liver may be screaming for help, just like mine was. So, after discovering that my liver was the villain, I was desperate to find a solution. And that's when this specialist introduced me to something that changed my life forever. A natural liver detox protocol that reactivates metabolism in just a few weeks. He explained to me that there are specific foods that have the power to deeply cleanse the liver and reactivate all its metabolic functions. These aren't expensive supplements or miracle cures. They're natural ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen, but no one has taught you how to use them properly. The first food he introduced me to was lemon. But not just any lemon. There's a specific way to prepare and consume it that boosts liver detoxification by up to 300%. When I started doing this every morning, in just 5 days, I already felt more energy and less bloated. The second ingredient was turmeric, but here's the secret. Turmeric alone doesn't work. It needs to be combined with black pepper and a healthy fat to be absorbed by the body. This specific combination reduces liver inflammation and dramatically accelerates fat burning. Then he taught me about green tea, but not just any green tea. There's a specific time to drink it and an ideal temperature that multiplies the benefits. When I started following this protocol, my metabolism literally woke up. I could feel my body burning fat even at rest. But what really made the difference was when he taught me about liver fasting. It's not just your typical intermittent fasting. It's a specific protocol that gives the liver a break so it can regenerate and function at 100%. In just 2 weeks of doing this, I lost 4 kilos without any crazy dieting. The most incredible thing was that it wasn't just my weight that was changing. My energy returned, my skin was radiant, my digestion completely improved, and for the first time in years, I woke up feeling refreshed. It was as if my body was functioning as it should again. He also taught me about foods that are true liver poisons, foods I ate every day thinking they were healthy. When I stopped eating these foods, it was like removing a stone from my shoe. Everything became easier. In 30 days of following this protocol, I lost 15 pounds. In 60 days, I lost 26 pounds. And most importantly, my belly fat finally started melting away. It wasn't just the weight on the scale. It was my waistline decreasing, my clothes getting looser, and people commenting on my transformation. But you know what made me happiest? It was realizing that I no longer needed to deprive myself of everything. I didn't need to starve myself. I didn't need to do exhaustive exercise. I just needed to give my liver what it needed to function properly. Today, 6 months later, I've lost 40 pounds and effortlessly maintained my ideal weight. My liver is functioning perfectly, my metabolism is revved up, and I feel better than I did in my 20s. And all of this is simply by giving my body what it truly needs. The protocol I learned is so simple that anyone can do it at home, using natural and affordable ingredients. No need for expensive supplements, no special equipment, no crazy diets. You just need to know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And here's the most amazing part. This protocol doesn't just work for weight loss. It improves your energy, your mood, your skin, your digestion, your sleep. Because when your liver functions well, your entire body functions better. Now you might be wondering, Jessica, what exactly is this protocol? How can I do this too? And that's exactly what I'm going to show you now. Look, I know you're probably eager to learn all the details about this protocol that changed my life. And I want to share it with you, because I know exactly what it's like to live trapped in a body that doesn't represent you, spending money on solutions that don't work. That's why I created a comprehensive guide called Liver Detox Protocol for Belly Fat Burning. In this guide, I reveal step-by-step everything I've learned: which foods to eat, at what times, how to prepare them, what combinations to make, and most importantly, which foods to avoid completely. This guide contains the exact protocol that helped me lose 40 pounds in 6 months. But more importantly, it restored my self-esteem, energy, and health. I've put everything I spent over 15,000 reais to learn into it, in a simple and practical way for you to apply today. Inside the guide, you will find the complete 21-day liver detox protocol, a list of 15 foods that naturally cleanse the liver, 3 powerful combinations that accelerate fat burning, a step-by-step liver, fast the 10 foods you must avoid if you want to lose weight, and ready-made menus for each phase of the protocol. But here's the most important thing. This protocol isn't just about losing weight. It's about regaining your health, your energy, your confidence. It's about waking up every day feeling good in your own skin. It's about wearing the clothes you want, taking photos without hiding, feeling sexy and confident again. I could charge a lot for this guide. After all, it's the result of years of research, thousands of dollars spent, and a priceless transformation. But I want as many women as possible to have access to this information, because I know what it's like to suffer in silence about your own body. So, for a limited time, I'm offering this complete guide for just $47. That's less than you'd spend on a nutritionist's appointment, less than an imported supplement, less than a week of fitness delivery. And unlike all of that, this guide will give you real, lasting results. But be careful. This offer is for a very limited time. I can only keep this special price for the first 500 people who click the link. After that, the guide will return to its normal price of $197. And this isn't a marketing strategy. It's because I genuinely want to help those who are suffering right now, as I did. Plus, I'm so confident in the results of this protocol that I offer a 30-day guarantee. If you follow the protocol exactly and don't see results, I'll give you a 100% money-back guarantee. No questions asked, no hassle, because I know it works. It worked for me and has worked for hundreds of other women. Imagine how you'll feel in 30 days. Lighter, more energetic, with a flatter stomach, wearing clothes that no longer fit. Imagine looking in the mirror and liking what you see. Imagine having the energy to play with your kids, go out with your friends, and feel sexy with your partner. This is your chance to finally break the cycle of frustration and get the results you've always wanted. Don't let another day go by suffering with your body when the solution is right here, right in front of you. To access the full guide now, click the link on the screen or in the video description. Remember, there are only 500 spots available at this special price, and when it's gone, it's gone. And if this video helped you finally understand why you couldn't lose weight, like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who also needs to know this, because knowledge that transforms lives needs to be shared. I'll be waiting for you on the other side, ready to help you transform your body and your life. See you soon.